Hey guys, it's Heidi. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is going to be all about how I take notes as a first semester nursing student. I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. We're going to start right here on my homepage of my iPad. As you can see, I like to keep it pretty clean, and I also really like having a calendar there so I can easily have a glance at what's going on for the month. I keep it pretty minimalistic, and as you can see right here on the top are all my frequently used apps, the ones that I'm going to hit first for school especially, and down below I have all of the ones that just kind of rotate in and out and the ones that just can't be buried, you know? And then for organization, on the left hand side I have these folders here that show exactly what is in each one, and then my most frequently used apps in that category are to the right. We're going to go into Notability here. All of my classes are here on the left, and then right now we are currently in the Bones chapter, so I'm going to go in there. These are my lecture notes, so this is the notes that I actually take in my class. I know they're not super clean, they're pretty messy actually, but you know, that's what is happening when your professor is speaking, 10 miles a minute. So they're not perfect, they're not anything special, but I really like using Notability because of the speech recording function, which I will be showing you in just a minute. We're going to go ahead and go into GoodNotes now, and this is where all my final copies live. We're going to go into my nursing folder, and then we're going to go into my spring folder because that's what semester we're in right now. And then finally we're going to go into my Biology 121 or my Anatomy and Physiology 1 folder. Next, we're going to go into my Bones. This is where all the good stuff lives. I know that this looks a lot better than the last notes that we were looking at. It's all the same information, but this is much nicer for me to look at and much easier for me to interpret. This is after I have taken all of the information from Notability and also the recordings attached and put it all together over here. As you can see here, I'm opening up the split screen function. I really like this, especially during class. A lot of times I'll have the textbook on one side and my notes on the other, and there's just so many possible options for this that I love so much. One of my favorite things about the Notability app, which makes it so exceptional for me using it in class, is that it has the active playback feature. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's called, but it's what I call it. So whenever I'm listening to it back, whatever I was writing at that moment in class is how it shows up on my screen. As you can kind of see, it kind of looks like I'm writing. It's actually playing back what I was writing at the moment. So while that's going, I'm taking my final notes on the right there. You can kind of see I'm jotting that down. I'm actually writing there. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of Notability. We'll just slide it right off the screen. And then one thing that I do a lot is I will pull up my lecture text slides that are provided to me by my professor. And one really great thing is I can put that in split screen too. I really love this feature. And I always go through with all of my slides and I number all of them, so then you can kind of see my little numbers in the corner there. And then whenever I'm writing my notes, both in class and my hard copy, I do the corresponding numbers so that I can refer back and forth whenever I'm studying and preparing for exams. This really helps me to see how the chapter flows and just be able to study it more effectively. I just pulled up my Anatomy and Physiology textbook, and I'm just going to quick show you how to pull images from another note into the one that you're working in. I do this a lot with a lot of my diagrams, especially for Anatomy and Physiology, but I also do it for formulas and such in statistics. So you're just going to select it with that lasso tool, and then you're going to copy it, and then you just hit paste, and you can resize it however you would like. I tend to keep mine pretty small so you can kind of see me maneuvering it around, and then you can also crop it further. So if you want a freehand crop tool, which is what it's called there, you can just kind of draw a little around it so that, say I only wanted the top half, I can just hit done, and then hey look, now we only have the top half and we only have what we need. And then you can just delete it if you don't end up needing it. But anyhow, that's how I'm take all of my notes, and now we're going to go into studying. I use Quizlet for a lot of my studying because I have to know so many terms in a lot of my classes. This is one of my prefix, root, and suffix things that I had to know at the beginning of the semester. And I really like the flashcards here. They honestly work awesome, and you can also set it to give you a different prompt, so you can be prompted with the term or with the definition. So I really appreciate that. And then it's also just nice because you can do it on your phone, you can do it wherever. And Quizlet also has lots of games and all kinds of fun stuff just to make learning your terms less stressful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!